We are in the right recording mode. We should have enough time to get this done before I have to get cats in. So shout out if you have cats. Okay, nothing is flipped over. Anyway, Aquarius, this is your weekly reading for the 23rd through the 28th. Sorry it's cut off by a day, but it's been one. For your weekly, you have card 1 for the first half of your week, card 2 for the middle, and card 3 for the end of it. And I'll continue shuffling while we read through these. You may be focused on working with people this week. And at the end of it, even though you keep trying to, you're going to spend your entire week fighting with trying to get people to agree. And at the end of it, you're still going to have to go back and clean some things up. And you're going to feel like everything you just did for the past 6 or 7 days was pointless. If you are trying to plan a wedding for someone, this is really what it seems to be coming off as. Like, you can't get a decision from anyone at the beginning. You can't get anyone to agree with anything. No one wants to agree to spend the money. Someone wants something and no one has the money for it. And someone could just be there to throw a wrench in everything because they're either jealous or there's something else going on, but you don't want to know and you don't want to read into it, and you just don't want to be a part of it. You want to do what you came here to do and that's it, but it's not going to work out that way. Even as grounded as you're trying to be, this could be a family gathering, and I swear I keep shuffling through, and I swear I have a card that's flipped over, but I can't. No, I'll see it whenever I'm meant to see it, I guess. Whatever it is that you've been trying to put together, even if this isn't a wedding, it could just be a barbecue, and no one wants to agree to get together, or a date, or if they do, nobody shows up. So you may put a lot of time and work into organizing all of this, maybe on a Wednesday, and no one shows up. You could have a huge announcement to give everybody, and because of this, you may end up cutting people out of a will. You may have come into some great abundance lately, or a bonus. You may have decided to sell everything off and move to Florida. And this is where you're going to tell everybody, but no one cared to show up. No one cared to have even a little bit of camaraderie. So they may try and get a hold of you, come to your house, not get an answer, drive by and find out that there is a realtor's sign in your front yard. And you are nowhere to be found. You've changed your number, your mailing address has changed, everything has changed, and you didn't tell anyone about it because they weren't there for you whenever you wanted to tell them. It's weird for all of that to come out and all this harmony to come out and then teamwork and the Page of Wands to come out, because this Page of Wands could actually be a young fire sign, like a grandchild, helping you pick up and move in silence, helping you deal with your affairs in silence behind everybody's back whenever you were totally willing to celebrate with them and have one last big blowout with all the family and friends, but they decided not to show up. They wasted your time, they wasted your money, and they didn't care to show up when it's convenient for you. So you may be deciding to just work together with this young person to get you out of Dodge without anybody else finding out about it. It may take up to a month for you to be okay with allowing this young person around you to give out your new contact information. And they may need to be the ones to give it out, because you've dropped your old phone service, you've dropped your old mailing address. I don't even think you're having your mail forwarded to your new address. You're just starting a new address and that's it. Maybe even just telling the post office, if they don't know what my new address is, just return everything to sender under my name. They didn't care to keep in contact, so they don't need to know where I am. I don't see you talking to a bunch of people after this either. I see you just enjoying your life. Other people looking from the outside in, even if you're not a retiree taking off moving to Florida without letting anybody know. You could just be someone of any age deciding to pick up and move across state lines, move multiple states away from everyone and everything that you know, because you have new ideas and you want to start them in new places. And there's going to be other people that have a problem with this. I don't see you having a problem with this. Anyone that wants to work with you to help you get things sorted and settled, you have no problem working with them. Anybody who's trying to talk you out of this, it's not going to work for you and you're going to just shut down. I think your biggest problem this week is going to be sticking to your guns, because there are relationships that you've worked on for years that you until recently have held in pretty high regard, but you're starting to feel like people are showing their true colors and their true commitment to the relationship that you thought you had. And you're kind of tired of being the only one working on these relationships, like you're always the one putting the effort in. And while it seems like other people are condemning you for wanting everything to be perfect and exactly the way that you want it, you're not seeing it that way. They may see you as more of a hard ass than you may see yourself. And temperance has flown out, so. someone may come out to you this week and say that, well, you push people away because you come off as a judgmental hard ass. Like you can't take anybody as they are, and you think they should align to what your idea of them is because, well, that would be what's right for them. They obviously don't see it that way. Be very aware of letting this affect you so much as to sink back into an addiction or do something too much, like if you're a diabetic, eat a bunch of sugar, or and it ends up sending you to the hospital. If you had a bad habit and you kicked it years ago, don't pick it up again because, well, now you're free of their opinions and you can do what you want. You didn't quit this for them, you quit it for yourself because you needed to fix things in your life, and you did that. You did what you set out to do, and now there's something else you may feel that you need to fix, and it's going to be more to your benefit to focus on what you need to fix and actually figure out what it is, rather than taking what somebody else is saying about it to heart. It might be a temptation to actually sit and listen and take everything that people are saying as gospel whenever they say it to you, but I don't care if it's a priest. I don't care if it's the head of your church. I don't care if it's someone you've looked up to your entire life. Whatever they say, have a mental little pinboard where you put these opinions that other people have of you. And keep them there. Do not make those opinions a part of your personality. Take them as like the Google reviews of your personality or something. And then consider the source. Because these could be exactly the kind of people that don't have any room to talk. You can know more about their dirt than they even realize that you know. This is not the time to confront them about it. Their karma will come back around and they'll pay for it one way or the other. So if they've done anything bad, if they've done good things, then that will come back to them. But depending on if they did those good things to get something out of it or get some kind of social, reward for it. You don't do good things to get social reward out of it. You do good things to do good things because people need it. And if you see those good things as transactional, then it's either neutral or it's bad karma. But if you do decide to pick up and move across state lines, it doesn't look like there's going to be anything in your path to stop you from that, as long as you plan appropriately. Make sure you don't leave anything you need to come back to get, to make sure all of your bank accounts are closed, all your funds are transferred, all of your important paperwork is where it needs to be. Keep everything with you. Don't leave it in a moving truck. Because until you get from A to B with a moving truck, especially if you're not driving it, Your belongings are kind of in limbo and at the mercy of whoever is transporting it. So ensure that you keep all important documents, social security cards, green cards, residency status, bank account numbers, banking history, all stuff like that. Keep that on you. Because otherwise you will face an even bigger headache whenever you get to where it is that you're going. That's going to sour the beginning of your experience. And you might let that affect your new beginning. So just do your due diligence. If you have someone helping you with this move, rely on them to double check everything for you and then double check their double check. And Aquarius, that is it for the week of September 23rd through 28th for you from me. I do dailies, weeklies, monthlies, and pick a cards and yes, nos, and whatever, by sign, by whatever chaos life throws my direction. So check the channel. You might find something else that piques your interest. And safe travels.